Honorable Speaker Sir and this August gathering. There was a question put forward by a member of the proposition. The member of the proposition mentioned that you are a friend, you went to a friend's house and all of a sudden your friend's wife removed you from the home. And then compare the entire statement with the entire motion in hand. The moment we see the entire scenario that you were removed from your house, we understand the very important fact: a woman, a mother, a wife, a Lakshmi who have removed you from a home. The only reason could be you have degraded the moral values of that particular house. And similarly, in the entire scenario, in the entire context, those encroachers have clearly degraded and disturbed the moral values and the human values of the society, and that's the very major reason that Lakshmi have removed our honorable member of the proposition from the house and the illegal immigrants, the encroachers from the government, from the land. Now, Honorable Speaker Sir, there have been multiple statements and questions asked by the members of proposition. A worthy member of the proposition asked that if there are illegal encroachers, then why is the APDCL providing free electricity to them? The APDCL is not providing free electricity. Just the illegal immigrants have been also illegally consuming the electricity, which also have been highlighted by the APDCL Federation in a press release in Guwahati. Moving on to my further argument, there have been another question which have been given by the members of the opposition that in Dima Hasao there have been multiple protests, but why those protests were not been considered by the government? The reason being the entire protest which happened against the government of Assam, in the entire scenario, the government of Assam clearly highlighted that if any fundamental values of the Indian constitution have been challenged, the people have a clear right to go to the court and seek justice. Apart from that, another worthy member of the proposition highlighted a very important fact that why in the entire scenario there have been multiple land given to multiple institutes of a government or someone who have been relating to the government or the Chief Minister of Assam. In that entire scenario, people completely have the right to go to the court and ask for right to information. Honorable Speaker Sir, we have to understand a very important fact. The fact is this motion in hand. The motion should be divided into three particular fractions. When we talk about the recent eviction campaign, the members of proposition have clearly failed in establishing which particular region they are mentioning. Because every particular region has its own issues, own different significance. The second part of the motion which can be divided, the Assam government against the encroachers. Now, what are the actions are they condemning? Those entire statements have also not been compared to the legal actions which have been issued. And the first and the last and the most important part is the undetermined human values. The members of proposition have not focused on something called the undetermined human values, but they have been completely focusing about moral values. We have to understand a very important fact, and that very important fact is that human values does not directly means to justice. When we look into the entire Federation of India, the Indian Constitution have been established on the process of justice which have derived from human values. And the moment entire issues have been settled with the basis of justice, when we talk about human values, those are not human values, those are illegal encroachers who have been destroying the human values of the people of Republic of India and that of the government of Assam. Apart from that, we have to understand a very important and key concept that when we look into the entire region of Assam, the entire region of Assam holds its own significant value. And then the Guwahati High Court in the recent judgment have clearly highlighted that most of the encroachers which have been going, they are illegal and that have to be removed. We have to understand there is a difference between equity and justice, and removing those is justice based on moral values and not on human values or the violation of human values. At last, after hearing to these changing statements of the members of proposition again and again and manipulating the entire motion which they themselves have put in this motion of time, I just have a few quotes for them. That if a chameleon would have been present, the chameleon would have felt insecure about his abilities, because the statements of members of proposition changes faster than a chameleon even changes its color. Thank you, Honorable Speaker Sir. Thank you, August gathering.